What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl Monique Nicole, and I am back with another video. Before we get started, honey, if you are new to my channel, please make sure you are subscribed. Go ahead and click the subscribe button down below right there, okay? And while you are at it, go ahead and click the thumbs up button to like this video. It is an easy and free way to help support my channel. Okay, honey, it's a new year. I got new goals. We're trying to grow. Say it with me. Grow. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. I've been talking about it. And guess what, boo-boo? We are back. We are back with my relationship segment, okay, brought to you by Monique Nicole. I know y'all been asking. I've gotten the text. I've seen the messages. And first of all, I appreciate you guys for talking to me about it and just kind of motivating me to get back in the game of tackling relationships, dating, which is quite a handful. And I will dive into more of the reason why I had to take a break, why I want to come back, and all the good things. But y'all know I can't do this segment by myself, okay? Because we have a lot to unpack, and I need a team to collaborate with me to get me through this, okay? So we have a full house tonight. I cannot wait for you guys to see my panel this evening. Okay, so in no particular order, first up, we got my girl. Y'all seen her in these YouTube streets, honey. She be working content. She does reality TV reviews, regular TV reviews, and pop culture, current events, all that stuff. Okay, she does not hold back. Y'all know my boo, Shayna in the building.
Everybody.
Hello, boopy.
Hello.
Yes. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Next up, another fellow YouTuber. First of all, y'all, this girl, when I first met this girl, I already knew she was about that life, honey. She came out the gate swinging. She said, "Oh, y'all think I'm a newbie? Y'all think I'm the underdog? Oh, bitch, I'm gonna show y'all mother truckers." Okay, and she surpassed a lot of people quicker than what they expected. Okay, she's killing it, always consistent, always dropping the best content. Okay, y'all know my good sis, Amina Seen It.
I like your intro. Thank you, girl. Thank you, sis.
Goopy, thank you for coming and having fun with me. And then, last but not least, now I'm gonna keep it cute and fun and playful. I'm not gonna get emotional. This girl coming to the stage, honey. I have known her for almost a year now, and she has been very, very helpful for me in the past year as far as embarking in the entertainment and media industry here in Atlanta. Since day one, she's been a kind soul. First of all, she's from New York, so y'all already know I'm always going to rock with my New Yorkers, duh. But she is a beautiful woman, inside and out, pure soul, genuine soul, always down to help somebody, doesn't gatekeep, wants to see everybody win, and she does the damn thing. April B, media personality, podcast host. What more can I say? April B, to the stage. Yes, hunty.
What's good? You know, I had to go in my little New York. Like, what's good? No, thank you for having me. And very nice to meet you ladies as well. I'm super excited about tonight.
Yes, and April, Amina is also from New York, currently in New York.
Okay, what part?
Yes.
Well, I grew up in the Bronx, but I live in Queens, so I'm Queens.
Okay.
Yes.
We like Queens.
We like Queens, Brooklyn. Right? Like Brooklyn, yes.
Okay.
I'm from Brooklyn.
We love Brooklyn and Queens. We know we be battling, but we really love each other.
No, Brooklyn and Queens like that. Harlem and the Bronx like that.
Exactly. So we be having our little moments on like what's better, but I feel like collectively we've always been like this. And then Shayna is she's from the north. Okay, so y'all all in the north, or both of y'all in the north, and then us two are in Atlanta. So it kind of balances itself out, actually. But yes, okay, you guys. So I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm a little nervous because one, I haven't hosted a panel in like a minute. And two, tonight we're gonna have fun, but we're also gonna have a lot of real dialogue, and things might get a little real and vulnerable. And I've shared before on my platform, it is one thing when us as content creators, when we come on a platform, it's one thing to talk about TV shows and celebrities and politics. It's a whole nother thing to get personal, be vulnerable, and dive deep to your own feelings, your own, life experiences, etc. So I first want to thank my panel for joining me and being a participant. And, again, willing to not only have fun, but dig deep, be vulnerable, be real, be authentic. So I do thank you, ladies, for doing that with me. And I do want to, before we get into the fun of things, I do want to, set some ground rules and some housekeeping and just intentions, because it's been a while since we did this. Some of y'all OG supporters, y'all know my vibe, but for the new people, I have to just do the housekeeping and just kind of set the intentions for myself and for my platform and what I truly want for this segment. So when I started this last year, I really, really was intentional about having a platform where, men and women can come together and have conversations, have some tough conversations about gender wars, the current state of dating. I really wanted to create a space. I know it sounds cliche now. I did truly want to create a safe space for men and women. I did not want to have any negativity or combativeness. Definitely, we had debates on the panel, but thankfully everyone kept it respectful. And I think myself and the audience appreciated it because we got to hear things from a male's perspective, respectfully, and a woman's perspective, respectfully. And that's what I want moving forward. I know we're human beings. I know we get passionate. Y'all have seen me. I've gotten passionate. I've had to apologize for my behavior a couple times. None of us are perfect, but pure intentions is what I led with. And I do think the audience and my panel at the time received it. And that's why I did receive a lot of positivity. I want to run it back. Okay. You guys will see men on the segment in the future. However, this is when I'm going to get very vulnerable and real. Before I can bring men back on the panel, I, Monique, need to kind of talk to my ladies, and I need to kind of do some healing and hear some different perspectives and kind of reflect on my recent dating journey. I'll be very transparent. I took a long break from dating. I was single for years. Okay. Did not have no boyfriend, nothing. It was like me season. So I took care of myself. I was going through a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't even know about. I had to take care of me. So dating, laying up under a man, when I tell you I gave no F's, I was living my life. I had my girlfriends. I had my social life. I had my job. I was living my life. It was not until 2024 that I decided to step back out into the dating scene. Now, if you know me personally, you know I'm a very realistic person. No, I did not think that a magical red carpet was going to be laid out for me and I was going to meet Prince Charming right away. I knew that wasn't going to happen. But baby, I didn't realize how savage the dating streets had gotten since Momo last played in the streets. Okay, because Momo in her 20s, when I tell you I always had a ninja, hey, always, even if it wasn't a boyfriend, I might have been alone, but I was never lonely. Catch my drift. Okay, so times have changed. Things have changed. And yeah, Momo got humbled real quick, y'all. I got humbled really, really quick. Okay. So 2024 was a really interesting year for your girl. So yeah, before I bring, and I don't want to sound mean, and if you take it mean, whatever, before I bring men onto the platform, I don't want to be triggered. right? I don't want to be triggered. I don't want to be gaslit. I want to be able to talk freely and express myself and my experiences without hearing chitter chatter and any type of bullshit. So for me, for my emotions and for my mental health, the first couple episodes of this segment probably is just going to be the ladies. Okay. Fellas, I love you. I cannot wait to have y'all back on this channel. But for right now, I need to have a little heart to heart with my sisters and kind of do some deep dive into some things. Okay. So I set the intentions. Now we're gonna do quick introduction. Even though I kind of already introduced you guys, but we can just do it again. Again, we might have some new people tuning in. So just ladies, just go around, say your name. What else can you say? I don't know. Talk about yourself, talk about your channel, what you do, what you like, whatever. What you're looking forward to. Here we go. Your name, your channel, whatever, your platform, and then what you are looking forward to with tonight's segment. Bam. We will start with April.
All right. Well, amazing setting the intentions. I think we all kind of got the drift of that. But yeah, I'm your girl April B, your favorite media maven. I am an on-air personality, radio host, interviewer, and more. Journalist, writer, the list goes on. But I think what I'm super excited about tonight is just to kind of see what everybody else's thoughts is about where we fall as a community when it comes to relationships and dating. Whether it's, like you said, the gender wars, especially in the Black community. I know with social media developing so fast over the last couple of years, especially since the pandemic, we've seen a shift in mindsets, and just a shift kind of in like what people really want out here in the world and what they think they can get. So I'm excited to talk about that. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, April. Amina?
I'm Amina Seenet. I do stocks. I have my own business, but I do YouTube right now, and I'm just being fun right now. So yay, fun girl Amina.
Anything you're looking forward to with the segment or anything tonight?
Oh yeah, just talking and spilling our guts. I want to know. I want to hear. I want to hear.
Yes, I like it. Shayna, what are you looking forward to this evening and moving forward with the segment, the panel?
What do we start with? About me? I do corporate by day. I'm still working on my YouTube, so for now, we'll see how it goes. What am I looking forward to? Just having girl talk, just catching up and seeing, just having a safe space to kind of talk and vent and get the ball rolling for the new year.
Oh, yes, baby. Yes, baby. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's get it rolling. So, okay. First question I do have to ask, because I do kind of want to know. I have an idea about some of y'all, but not everybody. So I'm going to go around the panel and ask everyone, what is y'all's current relationship / dating status? So are you single, and not even looking? Are you dating, having fun / have a nice little roster in a relationship, or are you dating intentionally? And it could be more than one answer when you really think about it. So, Amina Seenet, what is your current dating status?
Are you going to start with me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I am technically single. I can talk about stuff on my regular channel because my ex keeps calling me after thank you, Shayna. After that live, my ex is calling me, but I'm getting digged down at some point. So, he's like, every time I get off a live, he's like, hey, wait, what you doing? Because I don't want nobody coming over.
Oh my gosh. Girl, see, that's the thing about being on a
Started.
public platform. Sometimes it can get you in trouble. I don't think any of my roster is anyway. April, what about you, girl? What's your current dating status situation?
I'm in between jobs right now, y'all. A couple of jobs. Okay. But no, I'm single and I'm just having fun. Like I'm single and I'm just having fun right now.
Okay. I dig it. Are you in a space of where you're single having fun, but if you meet an amazing man who aligns with what you want, you would be in the headspace to seriously date him? Or are you like anti-relationship right now?
No. I'm never anti-relationships. I'm a lover girl. The streets really aren't for me. I really don't belong there. I'm just there right now to occupy some time. And while I was there, I had a little bit too much fun. And so now I'm just in there like, what's up? But if my husband comes along and he's like, it's time to come home, baby, I'm going home. Like that's what it is.
Home. Quick, fast, in a hurry.
That's it. So, yep.
I dig it. All right. Last but not least, Miss Shayna, what's your situation, boo?
Oh no, I'm single. Like I'm not looking for anything. I'm just watching y'all have fun through the blinds and behind the bushes. If somebody come find me, like April said, like if I'm just minding my business, like Ruth was, and Boaz just finds me.
Hello.
Babe, I'm not looking. You got to really come find me. Like
that's it.
Okay. I'm gonna do a little quick icebreaker.
Wait, Mo, you didn't tell us what your relationship status was.
Oh, me? I did. Thank you. I need someone to please hold me accountable because when you're hosting, sometimes you just okay. So I'm single. However, I am dating. And I have a roster, and I'm intentionally dating. So
okay,
all three. So it's case by case. So collectively, I am no BS. I am dating intentionally. I want to settle down. I'm looking for my man. I am a secret lover girl. I just be fronting like I'm for the streets, but I'm really not. But to win in this game of dating, you do have to have a thick skin and a shield of armor to protect your heart. So again, I'm a lover girl. But until my man and husband comes, I'm having fun, I'm dating for fun, and I'm also dating intentionally.
Gotcha. Period.
That's the real tea, y'all. It ain't pretty, but it's real. Okay. So before we get into kind of the heavy stuff, where we got to be all vulnerable and shit, I'm going to do a cute little icebreaker that I thought was a key. I thought it was a key because I'm going to be honest, it's relatable for me. Again, those that have a roster, it's kind of one of those relatable. Either you can relate, your homegirl can relate, or you know somebody that does this. So one moment. Let me see how I want to do this, actually. Let me click it. Uh-oh. Come on. One moment. Okay, pause. All right, y'all. Y'all know how it is with technology. Shit. And StreamYard got 5011 buttons. 5011 buttons. All right. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So the caption is how women be playing process of elimination with guys.
Hey, do tonight, cuz let me see. Let me text him. Tevin, what you doing tonight? Nothing, just got off work. Kind of tired. I probably just chill tonight for real. What's up?
Boring. Swipe. No, boring. That's his last strike. Let me text somebody else. Let me see.
Keith, what's up? What's the move tonight? What you doing?
What Keith doing?
Now I'm at the liquor store right now, about to get a bottle. Then gonna get some grass and go back to the crib. So if you want to pull up to the crib, that's cool. Like,
nah, he want me to come to his crib. See, I don't feel like going to his crib though. Let me text my last resort. It's a last resort right here.
Hey, what's up, Bizzle? What you doing tonight? I'm bored. I need plans. So,
Cause he always got a plan. Let me see. He can't let me down, Mr. Reliable. Let me see.
I mean, I got a section down with Onyx for real, but I don't even know if I'm gonna go. I'm about to get some food down with Noble. You want to come right quick? We just go from there.
Right? Yeah. It's like, what's up? Like, you gonna come get me or what? Like,
I can. Or you want the black truck?
Black truck it is. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. That's what I'm talking about, right? Like something like, wait, what did you? No, stop calling me Mr. Boring. Why you call it? No, stop. All right, what I'm wearing a Noble. What I'm wearing?
I'm so sorry. I thought that was funny because a lot of me and my homegirls that we, when we have a little roster and you want to step out, sometimes you really do gotta play process of elimination. One ninja wants you to come to his crib and drink and kick it. The other ninja had a section and was going to be popping bottles and take me to dinner. I mean, what would you do? You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes when you're dating ladies and before you settle down, commit, it is really nice to have a roster. I used to kind of like roll my eyes at the whole roster conversation. But now, after being out in these current streets for the past year, a roster is necessary. Did y'all find that?
Sprinkle?
Huh?
So was that a sprinkle? What was you doing with your fingers? Sprinkle.
Clock that tea. Clock that tea.
Oh.
Clock it.
Oh, okay.
I feel like me and April were the only ones that were amused by that clip, but it's okay.
I feel like that was me and my 20s.
Girl,
what Monique say? Monique said that ninja don't work. Get you another one.
Okay. All right. Well, I thought it was funny. So let's get into it, ladies. Let's get into it. So everyone has stated their current relationship status. However, we are all grown-ass women with lots of life experience in the dating realm. So I think everyone is well-versed for this conversation that we're about to have this evening, darling. Okay, so let's see. The main topic of tonight is we're going to be discussing the current climate of dating, okay? Dating in 2025. I think we all can say, right, from either our personal experiences, our peers, social media, et cetera, dating today is a lot, right? It is a lot. Some would say even toxic. I already shared with you guys, I was candid. I didn't get into nitty gritty details, but I was very candid as far as my dating experience the past year was a little rocky. And as we continue on with the segment, I will give bits and pieces of what that looked like for me. But starting off with this segment, I kind of want to go around the panel and I want everyone to kind of describe in their own words, how would you describe or categorize the current state and climate of dating in today's generation? Tell me the good, the bad, what you do like, what you don't like. And from there, I have some subcategories that we're going to break down and really dive deep. But just initially, in your own words, no perfect format for it. How would you describe the current climate of dating today? What do you observe? What do you see? What do you feel about it? I'm going to start with April B.
How do I feel about the current climate of dating now? So I try not to get jaded about dating because in this climate, it could very well be so easy. But I've seen very much success stories of relationships thriving and being healthy. So that kind of keeps me happy. What I love about dating right now is I feel like as women, we know we have a power and we're willing to not just settle for anything that comes along because we're way more educated. We're making way more money. We're living out our dreams and aspirations. We're being about our business. We're getting closer to God. And ultimately, I see a lot of women in my circle, outside of my circle, when I log on social media, whatever, just saying like, listen, I know I'm a catch. I know I'm a prize. And I'm going to make sure that I wait until that person that appreciates what God has made me, can treat me right, and I'll give it to them. But until then, it's either I'm just dating for fun, or I'm building and cultivating relationships with my girlfriends, with my family, and living in that. What I don't like about dating nowadays is the smoke and mirrors, that everybody thinks that
Mm,
they have all these options,
mm,
because they get on social media, and it's so easy to just slide in somebody's DM, and you think that hey is somebody wanting you, when in reality you probably have somebody that really wants you, but you're toting the line because you're afraid you're gonna miss out on something. Like, everybody has this FOMO, right? Like, you're missing out on something in the streets, there's whatever. And it's like, and the reality is, baby, everybody don't got that many options. Okay, you're not Cardi B, you're not Lotto, you're not
right.
Lil Baby. Like, y'all, everybody on them levels. So you gotta come down and date what's in not only your tax bracket, your looks bracket, your character bracket, your
Okay.
like all of that, like, and get into that. So I'm not hating dating right now, but I'm also a little bit disappointed in how things are going.
That was a great answer, April. I feel like you gave a very objective look. You were able to point out the positives, which I commend you for pointing out the few positives that are there. You pointed out some of the positives and highlighted the negatives, which is also a lot, very nuanced. It's a lot, but so thank you for your answer. I appreciate it. Amina, question to you. What's your opinions on the current state and climate of dating? Good, bad, ugly? What do you observe? What do you like? What you don't like? Give it to me raw and uncut.
Well, social media got the dating standards effed up. So
Say that
it
again. Say
ain't
that
been
again.
going on.
Say that again for the people in the back. Please say that again.
Social media got this whole dating thing effed up. It ain't nothing going on but the rent. Pretty much. Now, I'm dating, but that's just like people that I know or whatever close to me. But other than that, like, that whole pool is fucking I'm sorry.
No,
It's
curse.
tainted.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely
tainted. Tainted.
Tainted.
It's not working for me.
All
It
types
is
of
what it
stuff
is.
in.
So that is all I gotta say with it. It's nothing there. What are you gonna do? You gonna throw your fishing rod? It's like throwing your fishing rod in a pool of dead fish. You want me to? With that. It's nothing. Like, pull the rod back.
Yeah. Oh, honey. Well, thank you. Raw and uncut.
Mhm.
Shayna Boo, same question, hunty. I can't wait to hear your opinion.
I mean, what can I even say after what the lady said? They pretty much
Yeah.
touched on it. That's why I just remove myself from the equation. Like, I I don't want to partake. Like, I don't see the point. But it's definitely shout out to anybody who's trying in today's climate, because with the social media, with people thinking that we have all these options at your finger, because you look on your phone and you feel like you literally do. But are they good
Right.
options? Are they just there for a short time? Once you get to know them, it's not really what you thought it was. You quickly ready to move on to the next. Like, nobody wants to put in the work, and I just don't want to partake. But that's why I said, Boaz would have to come get me, because I gotta focus on something else, like my self-love.
Like, hello, which is the most important love that any of us can have. It's the most important love that any of us can have. Any of us, man, woman, whatever. Like, it really is. Y'all don't want to know my opinion. I'm gonna try to condense it. Like April mentioned, it is very hard to not be jaded. It is very hard. I dealt with some really interesting situations this past year. some that I had never been in. And not just me, you guys. I have a lot of girlfriends who share their stories with me, and I'm just like, whoa, it is very hard. And I have guy friends that share their stories with me. I'm not biased. So it's very hard to not get jaded. However, I still have, I don't know how, the Lord, I still have some type of hope for love. I have to, because if I don't, then I don't, right? So I still have to have a little bit of glimmer of hope for love, which I do. I still have a desire to be married. And to answer my own question, it's a very nuanced question. It is so layered, and there's not one like reason or answer. I can't really describe. We all know it's very toxic right now. I think all the ladies really hit it on the head. Social media has played a huge role in today's dating climate. I mean, some of the debates that we're currently having are so beneath all of us in the grand scheme. Don't get me wrong. There are some really insightful and intellectual conversations that are being had on social media and on various podcasts from both men and women. Sadly, however, we know how the game of social media works. Those insightful, intellectual, peaceful conversations don't always get broadcasted. Of course, we know the more toxic, combative, negative debates get broadcasted, and that is why media, content creators, some have fed into the negative trope of gender wars. And sadly, the gender wars has plagued the Black community, and we are just falling victim to it. And it is really hard to witness and deal with. I think both sexes have a lot of deep diving that needs to be done on both ends. Okay. So yeah, I feel like the current state is toxic. It's disheartening. It's sad and very negative. That's how I feel. Before I dive deep into that, I kind of skipped a question that I did want to ask the ladies. Even though some of you are not currently dating, as you know, because we're all kind of in the same age bracket. Let me see. I want to ask you ladies, in the last 2 to 3 years, right? In the last 2 to 3 years, what are some lessons that you have learned when it comes to, you know, yourself in the realm of love, relationships, and dating? Are there any major aha moments, any revelations you've had, any epiphanies that you've had in the last 2 to 3 years that you feel like are going to help you moving forward in the dating realm? I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to start with Shayna, and you can share what you want to share, but just like I said, what lessons and things have you realized and just, you know, had an epiphany about?
For me, yeah, I would say like I really had to realize that I needed to take my own accountability for, you know, where I am as far as dating and situations and how like relationships may have ended, because I went against my own better judgment when I felt like, okay, you know, I want X, Y, Z, I want to be married before I do this, or I wanted to have certain steps happen out of the sake of being in love or whatever, just listening to what somebody said. I went against my better judgment. And should I be blaming the person because they didn't deliver on empty promises, or should I blame myself because I should have never went against my own feelings and what I really wanted? I should have made them come up to where I was at, meet me where I was at, and really if they cared about me, then they would meet my expectations. I wouldn't be in that situation, but I didn't do everything on my end that I could do. And now, you know, then I have those regrets, but I had all this resentment in my previous relationship. You know, Monique knows I just got out of like a long-term relationship only a few months ago. So having all this resentment towards him, I should have had it towards myself, because I really put myself in that situation when I knew better.
Ooh, that's deep. First of all, I want to just give us a minute. I want you to sit in that, as like really take in what Shayna just said. I want to first applaud you because you just did something that a lot of people cannot do. And that is, even in a situation where someone may have inflicted pain onto you, you still have the capacity to say, what was my role in it? And you know what I'm saying? Like, not to place blame, but it's just like, what was my role in this? You know, how did we get here? You know what I'm saying? And what's my takeaway? That is something that a lot of people cannot do. And I want to applaud you for doing that. Okay. That's some grown woman shit. Amina seen it. Same question, love. Lessons you've learned the last 2, 3, whatever years that you had your aha moment, something that you're going to take with you moving forward in dating, love, and relationships.
I've had a lot of lessons and learnings, but then I realized that sometimes when you get hypnotized, all that mess goes out the window anyway. It does. You heard me. I have a whole list, and I go through it all the time. And then I got F real good one time, and that list went out the window. But
we've all been there.
We've all been there.
I mean, don't blame me for this next time.
Oh,
I mean, so the thing is, y'all know I don't. Okay. So yeah, I already had my list. I already knew better. I'm just saying, to be honest, when you get after real good the right way, it goes out the window because I had my list.
Yeah.
So now I'm just working with everything going out the window. I'm trying to bring everything back in. So, yeah, with that being said, because the thing is, if you speak to random people and they'll be like, give it a chance. Like, what's wrong with you? You understand what I'm saying?
Kind of. And I know you have to be very selective.
I don't on your channel. On my channel, I do, but not on your channel.
Are you streaming it to your channel?
Because nobody. Oh shoot! Now I am. Never mind.
Where you are now, yeah.
Now I gotta be. I forgot. I started streaming on my channel.
But let me ask you something. You got the lesson. So in the future, not wishing.
I am in the future. I'm telling you, the lesson went out the window. I'm telling you.
Okay, so in the future, if
I'm
you
fucking
get
in the future.
Girl,
she said she fucked the
Thank you. Like, this is current.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah. Amina
like,
said,
you want to drag? You want to drag me off? Hold on, wait. You want to drag me off the D right now?
No, I didn't realize. I don't think.
No?
I think I had too much wine. I missed the current. Got it. Moving
and she
on.
kept repeating it. Like,
it was
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna blame the wine. Got it. April. What lessons have you learned, beloved, that you are going to take with you now moving forward?
I think one lesson is God don't bless no mess, right? And I think that lesson comes because when you start dating, and like I told y'all earlier, like, yo, I'm really a lover girl. Like, I really want to just be home with my man, cooking, cleaning, fucking, like, and that's it. Like, but when shit be extra hard for no reason, you kind of gotta look at that and be like, why is all of this happening? So I had to realize, like, no, because God is trying to tell you, like, girl, this is not it, like, at all. Like, this is not it. So pay attention to that. I had friends, like I told y'all, that are in very healthy relationships, and everything was easy, seamless. If they were overthinkers, there was reassurance to follow. If they were anxious attachments, they never had to worry about somebody not saying something, or it was always done. So to see that, and then to see my dating life, I was like, oh, All right, something's not right. And also too, another lesson is don't date no nigga with no baby mama.
Oh,
I think I got a baby mom.
well,
If the
That's
kid,
what I
feel
baby mama.
okay, let me give
feel
y'all
different
two
about
rules. 2 rules when it comes to dating men with kids. If the kid
Okay.
is under 5, the relationship is still alive.
No, it
If
ain't.
the kid is under 2, baby, you better
Oh,
focus
under
on
2?
you, because he not leaving
No.
his baby mama no time soon.
Yeah.
Under 2
Like,
is different.
Okay.
Under two is different. Yeah.
But
yeah.
5,
5 is I can date. Yeah. So just
How
because
about
April.
no?
Go ahead,
I met
go
a
ahead.
man who was 51. Not me talking to him, just like, and he
Yeah.
was still in love with his baby mama. His son was 24.
Okay, that's a specific case, my love. That is
Just
an
watch out.
isolated situation.
April, do you have kids?
I don't.
Well, see, then I would think that same way if I didn't have them.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
yeah. I don't know. But okay, so let me just because April touched on the subject, I do want to speak up for myself. So I used to be anti baby mama kid, whatever. I have since changed my thoughts on it. Because I am a woman of a certain age and I like to date men my age and older. I am very realistic in the fact that 9 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10, my future man may have a child. Now,
Yeah.
for me, Monique Nicole, I can do okay. If we're talking under teenage years, I can deal with 1 kid, 1 baby mama. Depending on the man's age, if his kids are seniors in high school, freshmen in college, I can deal with 2, depending on the age and the situation. For me, it's very situational when it comes to that. But my personal rule of thumb, typically 9 times out of 10, I'm only going to deal with a man who has 1 child and 1 baby mother. I am not, and please panel, this is no disrespect. This is just my preference. I refuse to date a man who has multiple baby mamas. I'm not doing it. That's not me. That's not the life I want. I can deal with 1 baby mama, 1 and 1 baby. Now, if you are
if he's older, he had kids, you are older.
That's what I'm saying. Now I will make it.
Does he have to want to have kids because you want to have kids? A lot of times when they have older children.
Ooh, I know. That's kind of where I'm gonna be honest, Shayna Boo. I had to be real with myself with the age bracket that I was dating.
How old are you dating?
You dating somebody 51, April?
No. I wasn't. This is somebody that I knew throughout what I do for work. So we were just casually having a conversation.
She just knew him.
Yeah. So I wasn't dating. No. Not that. Listen, a good 51 looking year old, I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, but I don't really want kids. So to me, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
if you're teetering that line.
I teeter the line. Oh, I go back and forth. I really do want to experience motherhood, but everyone who knows I've said it on the platform. I want 1. I'm going to be 1 and done. 1 and done. I will say the past year, I stepped out of my comfort zone and I did date a couple older gentlemen. So with that, I had to realize, wait a second, if I'm dating men of a certain age and I still want to pop out a kid, I don't know if that's going to work because when the kid is 20 and you 70, I got to start thinking like that. So I'm just saying, but anyway, this went kind of further than the rule of thumb for Momo is I will date you with 1 kid and 1 baby mama. That's it. I don't want no baby mama drama and no multiple baby mamas. Okay. I ain't dating no Futures. I ain't dating no Young Jocks. I ain't dating no Stevie J's.
Okay. Like 25 baby mamas. Like that's a drastic.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's a no-go. Not for Momo. Y'all do
And
what
let me-
y'all want to do. I ain't
And
judging,
let me
but for
clear
me,
this up. Let me clear this up too, right? Because I said what I said about the baby mothers, y'all. But a lot of people, if you know me in real life, then you know that I actually was in a long-term relationship, 13 years, and we were engaged. And he actually had a kid when I met him. And so I raised that kid from 2. The kid will now be 18, and that's still my son. So, I have a great
Yeah.
relationship with the mother of his child. I call her, that's my baby mama. That's not even his baby mama. That's my baby mama or
Right.
whatever.
Oh,
And I was just very fortunate to fall into a situation like that. But now that I'm single and I'm dating, I've seen the other sides of the baby
right.
mother. And I'm like, ooh.
It ain't always
Although-
sweet. It's not always
it ain't
sweet.
always sweet. And although I would prefer my men to come with kids because I am an advocate on not having any, just be mature in your situation, or at least don't let that affect me. Like don't let that touch me. So
I'm gonna speak on this. I have kids because y'all don't.
Hold on, I got a question.
Oh,
Okay,
damn.
baby.
I'm sorry, Shayna. You don't want your own kids at all,
That's sad.
ever?
no.
Oh wow, I didn't know that, April. I didn't know that.
Yeah. No,
Appreciate that.
I'm grateful for the experience that I had to be a mom, because I wasn't like a stepmom that was like, oh well, that's your kid, you do. Like, I was an active parent. Like, that's why I have such a great relationship with the mother of his kid. That's why to this day I'm still like, we just talk about his college. Like, shout out to my baby, he got accepted into 6 colleges. So that's
my
why
She said my baby. I love that.
I wasn't just like one of those stepmoms. Like, I was an active stepmom, like school, everything. So, but I've also encountered, like, all of my friends have kids. My sister, she has 2 kids, my beautiful nieces, like, and I've been raising kids for so long. It's like, it's great, but for me, and then because I was in a relationship throughout my 20s up into my 30s, I think right now I'm in a space where it's like, I just want to enjoy my life according to
That
my
makes so much
way.
sense.
So
That makes so much sense. Yeah.
Now, if y'all
I
see me with a
appreciate
baby, don't say nothing. Just act like you never had this conversation.
April, so you gonna let somebody
always
shoot the
change
club
your
up?
mind.
Well, hold on, April. You said all that, and you tell me there's potential for somebody to shoot the club up. Okay,
This is years down the line. Like, if it's like, all right, well, you done travel, you done did everything. What else you gonna do? Ain't nothing left to do, but I guess,
How old are you, April?
I'm 33. I'll be 34 in April.
Okay.
She's still young. She could definitely get her club shot up.
Yeah.
I appreciate that she says I'm fine not having them now. Because that's all I will say, when it comes to like the baby mom, because a lot of people get hung up like, oh, baby mama equals drama. Like, I feel like that's a good way to tell if there's some, because now you have a heads up. Like, if they have a bad relationship, or he's talking about I hate her, then there's still something going on there. If they have
I agree.
Come on, Shayna.
I would date,
Come on,
if
Shayna.
you have at least 2, because if you have one child, one baby mother, and you got all these kids, I feel like just stay with your family. You have like 2 kids, 2 baby mamas. I can do that. That's kind of like my limit. Like 2 kids max. I'll take 2 baby mamas, but you have to have healthy co-parenting relationships. Not I hate you, I got baby mama drama. But something's going on there. I don't have all that drama. So if you have it, I'm gonna take heed. Mention her. I have a heads up.
Now I'm reading the comments. Now somebody said I need to go to the Pop the Balloon challenge.
Marcus said April B needs to go and pop the balloon. Now, I don't know. That could have been a compliment or shade. I don't.
Or shade.
I don't think it was shade.
DeMarcus is usually a sweetheart, so I think that actually was a compliment. Knowing DeMarcus, because he is a sweetheart.
Am I popping the balloon or am I choosing? Like,
I think he means you should be choosing. Yeah, I think that's how I took it. But DeMarcus will clarify.
The thing is, you don't have no kids, so that's like a different type of no baggage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm supposed to some of my own tea. One of the guys that was in my roster recently, he has a 4-year-old. Well, the baby about to be 5. I think he's 5. He about to be 5. Him and the baby mama, very amicable, no drama. The good thing is she lived a couple hours away, so I ain't had to worry about no late night creeping. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, no, like I said, I'm open to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm very realistic. We grown, you know, people been fucking since they was a young age. So it's like, I mean, if there's a baby, there's a baby. I mean, you know, I can't judge you. Okay. So that was fun, y'all. That was actually fun. Let's see. What do I want to talk about? Okay, this is gonna be a loaded topic, and I want you guys to know, viewers, everyone, I'm going to, when I have the men come on, I'm going to revisit this topic because I do want to hear from the male perspective. All the males that are watching this now, replay crew, please be interactive. You guys know I love when you guys are interactive. Anything that you want to chime in on, comment, give your 2 cents, please feel free. I just ask that we're respectful. I open all opinions, even if I don't agree with them. Just be respectful and don't be an asshole. That's all I ask of you. That's literally all I ask. Okay, we about to step into the danger zone, ladies. We already kind of talked about it, actually. Gender wars, okay? Gender wars, and I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat the shit. Gender wars specifically between Black men and women. How did we get here? That is a loaded question. And I know,
the government.
it is a loaded question. It is a nuanced question. There is no one answer, two answer, three. There's probably 50, 11 answers for that question alone. But because it's so nuanced and there's so many levels and layers, I want to talk about it and I want to hear everybody's opinion. And like I said, I'm going to address this again later down the road. But I want to start tonight with the ladies. Gender wars between Black men and Black women. How the hell did we get here? Loaded question. April B, I'm coming to you first, baby girl.
Well, if we're asking how did we get here, are we talking just like everyday, day to day, or are we talking about history, right? Because
both.
I think how we got here is based off history because we've allowed outside sources to infiltrate into our communities and tell us that we couldn't have strong Black relationships or strong Black family units, and did everything they could to dismantle those family units. And now, because we are so dependent on other things, we're literally living in a time of just repeated history, right? So we talk about the building of the government assistance and getting our Black men out of the homes and you know, watching women who, you know, go from not having any rights to now having rights to work and vote and do all of that stuff, and then getting into this space where now we are, as Black women, you know, top educated, top business entrepreneurs and things like that, and creating this independence. And men have slowly, either if they do support our independence, it's very, you can't really hear them, they're not that loud. There's very few that are supportive of that in spaces that they need to be, or they try to antagonize us with our independence, saying, oh, well, y'all act like y'all don't need us and all this other stuff, or, and you know, and then as women, maybe sometimes our hyper independence becomes a factor into dating as well, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm one of those, baby, I could have $2 to my name, I'm never gonna ask a man for nothing, or listen, I got it, I'm working, you know. And then, you know, it's just this silly thing called gender roles, right? Because women are supposed to cook and clean, right? That's what the society says. And men are supposed to go out and protect and provide, which, I mean, yes. But now nobody wants to help. There's no helpmates anymore, right? There's no 100% here, 100% there. Oh, well, if my man is out getting this, I'm going to cook. I don't care. Like, or if my girl is out getting her money, I'm gonna cook. Like, or I don't take no man out on no date, because why? Or, you know, like, it's just silly.
Yeah.
So I think it just started at the beginning of time. Like, literally watching our homes being disrupted because we were such a strong unit. Like, people don't understand how vital the Black man and Black woman relationships were back in the day. That's why we had things like Black Wall Street. We had our own businesses, we had our own communities, we had our own banks, we had because our family units were so important.
April,
And
you know why that? You know why? We desperately needed each other back then.
yes,
We still need each other today. But back then, when Black people had no rights, we were being treated like dirt. We were up against so many things. There was no, now don't get me wrong. it's gonna get, I'm trying to think, I don't want to go too deep right in this moment, but collectively, we needed each other. There was no question of, oh, am I going to get married? Are we going to get married? Are we going to do? That was the norm and the standard. Black men needed Black women, and Black women needed Black men. Just wanted to add that in there. I don't remember which order I went last time. Amina, your take. How did we get here with the gender wars in the Black community? Again, very nuanced. Take it wherever you want to take it, girl.
It wasn't me. I don't believe in it. I love my Black men, always. And y'all know I do. It is what it is. They're trying to start it because it is a easier divide. Back in the day, like everything was said, we were stronger together. And I know that. So that's why I deal with men that understand that situation still.
Yeah.
I am not dividing with my Black men. So that is what it is. I'm not partying. I'm not dividing. I'm not going to fight them. It is what it is, but we all got trauma. And I do understand that too. So, but the ones that understand the difference between the trauma and where it's at, that is the ones that I go forward with. But I'm not fighting my Black men. I am not. I will not. That is why I don't promote it on my channel. I don't.
How do you feel about it when you see it being displayed on social media?
I don't like it. It's disgusting. I already know what it is. That's why I don't promote it, and I don't sit here and go towards it. I don't do it. That's why I have I have a more masculine audience than female, to be honest. It's weird, but I do. I'm not going to go there, and I won't.
Yeah.
I love my Black men.
So
I love my Black women. I love my Black men.
Yeah. And I do too. And it's not even about, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I appreciate
I'm not participating in that fucking shit. It's bullshit. I know it is.
No, but listen to my question.
I know what they're trying to do.
Yeah. I'm asking you a question though, because maybe you might be able to enlighten me. How do you, as a content creator and a YouTuber, you, similar to me, you sometimes have segments on your channel where you do talk about relationships and personal stuff. How do you navigate? How do I say this? How do you navigate? Okay, let's say you're having a conversation on your channel about dating, right? And people get in the comments and it becomes combative and negative. That can be seen as a form of gender wars, right? How do you get into it? Do you try to neutralize it? Because you're very, like, again, you have a lot of like male friends. So I feel like you see things from a male perspective sometimes, but you're also a Black woman. So obviously there's things that you see from a woman's perspective. I feel like you're very diplomatic. How do you navigate that as a content creator, right? It's easy to ignore it on the shade room and the blogs, but as a content creator, if that stuff comes to your doorstep, how do you navigate? Because I might need insight, because it might get
it depends on what it is. If the argument, if the male is wrong, then I'm gonna say it. If the female is wrong, I'm definitely going to say it all the time. And they know that, because it's like, and I'm going to say why I feel the way it is. It's not like it's not going to be biased. It's not going to be whatever. It's like, even the biggest thing was the Lucille and Charles thing on BMF.
Oh, I forgot. Yes, that caused so much controversy.
Not that again.
It is. That's the biggest thing. And everybody knows I like Charles because he was trying to be a good woman, and she just fucking was lacking. And I will call a spade a spade. However, there's always going to be that. I'm always going to be truthful with it. I have men and I have female that will always speak. And it's like,
Right.
If somebody's
Yeah.
wrong, I'm gonna say it. And if somebody's right, then I'm gonna say it. And it is what it is. But I'm not participating, and I will let them know. Like, honestly, between me and you, or all of us, I didn't like the divide between Lucille and Charles. However,
Me neither.
I'm gonna tell you what it was. But I didn't want to see a Black family break up. It's not fun to me. And I did put it out there. It's not funny and it's not fun.
I agree. And I think that's where you and I are very similar. And I've dealt, you and I are similar in that regard. And having that take, I get hit with positive and negative remarks, right? So there's people who watch my content and hear my commentary and can see that I'm being diplomatic. They can see that I call a spade, and they can see that I'm not biased. Just like Amina said, if a man is grimy, shady, dead wrong, I'm gonna go the fuck in on him. If I feel like a woman is dead wrong, shady, shiesty, I'm gonna go the fuck in on her. And I'm going to do that on this show moving forward. And for the newcomers, when you click on my channel and you see me doing that, whether I'm defending a man or going against a man, if I'm defending a woman or going against a woman, do not come on my platform and tell me that I'm pandering. Do not do that, because you will get blocked. I don't pander for shit.
Because everybody can talk.
Well, I'm gonna give, this is my thing. I'm gonna give you two chances. I will give a warning. And after that warning, if I feel disrespected, you getting cut out. Because that's why I'm setting the ground rules. I don't do the whole name calling. I do not like that. That is one thing that is so toxic to me, that men and women do to each other. The same thing with men. The minute you have a man on here who even gives women any type of sympathy, empathy, understanding, the niggas want to call him a simp. Why is he a simp? Because he's defending a Black woman in a situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of stuff that also pisses me off. But yeah, sorry, I went on a tangent. Shayna, what the hell was the question? Oh yeah, gender wars. How did we get here? Very nuanced.
Once we heard of Lucille and Charles, I said, "Oh, Lord.
I know, it took me back. It took me back.
That's what it is.
I'm seeing Lucille, by the way. It was Charles.
Yeah, but very nuanced. And how do we get here? The current state of gender wars in the Black community. How do we get here? And what do you feel about it currently?
I feel like, I think April had said it earlier, I think it's always been a thing. Like, I don't think this is actually completely new news. I think it's broad now, thanks to social media. Maybe there's more awareness. And then with the Black fathers being pulled out of the home, and, the welfare and the epidemic in the 80s and all of that stuff, and more Black men going to jail, Black men just not being there, we're getting comfortable in the single parenthood and all of that. But I think it's always like, people are always like, oh, why don't we stay together like grandma and grandpa used to do? My grandparents are all divorced. So and remarried and stuff. So I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Divorce was up back in the day. Or grandpa would just leave the family, and what they say, go get some milk and not come back. So I mean, I feel like it's been a thing, but now there's more awareness. People are talking about it more now. They're more boisterous, and women, I feel like a lot of women are getting tired of like keeping quiet just for the sake of having a man or whatever. Like, they're more vocal about it now. So now people are complaining, and now we're like, I think April said it, we're not staying in it anymore. Where before people wanted to stay, they felt shame. Like, oh no, I feel ashamed. Like, I failed. And you do feel like you fail when you get divorced, or, a relationship ends, or it doesn't work out. But now it's like, okay, I feel, I feel terrible, or maybe I failed, but I'm able to kind of pick back up and keep moving now. Now I can do this. I know I can function on my own now. Like, I don't necessarily, I want to be with you. I would love companionship, but I don't necessarily need you to live anymore. I don't need you to survive anymore. Like, not a lot of times Black women are out earning the men. So it's like, now I'm kind of being able to function now and move without you and take care of kids without you. It shouldn't be like that. We don't want, I think there's like why people are so upset, or why women are, I'm a woman, I'm not a man, so I can only speak from a woman's perspective. I think why we come across angry is because we still do want that family dynamic. It's not like we don't want these things, but the communication is lost. We're not able to have these healthy conversations and kind of come to an agreement. It's like Black women feel like we're getting bashed, or they tell us like we're the least wanted and we're not desirable and all this other thing. So that affects us like as a whole.
It does.
On you. So now we come back and we're like, hey, we don't got to deal with this. And then it's like they're pointing the finger at us. You know, that's just not how it should be. Most Black women tend to want to be with Black men. So I can only speak for Black love. Like, yeah, we want love in general. We don't typically date out. It's like a rare occurrence if it happens where we see it all the time. But I feel like they're saying we're getting back to a place. Statistics are showing that we're getting back to the place where Black people are getting married again. I want to see those numbers go up. Like we said with the Lucille Charles conversation, or even in general, or watching a dating show. Like, I hate to see when they fail. Like, I want to see some success stories. I want to see us win. And you know, the gender roles. Well, now everybody's like confused. Like they don't want to take the gender roles. So we're gonna have a gender war because the roles are getting all switched. I'm like, just do what works for you. Kind of leave
exactly
out of it and take that away. Like, once you take that aspect out of it and you stop looking. But I also feel like women, I do applaud women when they're in an unhealthy situation for leaving. Like, I don't want somebody to say something that doesn't make sense. So I do feel satisfaction when someone isn't settling just for the sake of having somebody and being strong enough to walk away to get what you actually deserve. Like, if that's your person, they're going to be for you. I don't need all these people. I just need my person.
And Shayna, you touched on two things that I wanted to, because you mentioned like your like people talk about, oh, our grandparents back in the day, and you were like, my grandparents divorced. First of all, and it went on to the other topic about you know, women not staying and being able to leave. People have to understand, like, back in the day, our grandparents lived a very different life than we do nowadays. First of all, guarantee your grandparents was together back then because your grandmama could not work because she didn't have the right to work. You know, like, she didn't even have the right to vote.
She didn't even get a bank account.
So your grandparents was together, and a lot of people, maybe y'all not having these conversations with your grandparents, but a lot of my friends and even me and my co-host of my podcast, Food Here Go Here podcast, shameless plug, Chanel, we talk about this all the time about how a lot of our friends talk about how their granddaddy was cheating. Their granddaddy had a whole family up the block. Up the block. And
Grandma knew.
Barbara was over here with the first family, and Shirley was down there with the first. They just never crossed paths. But Papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he lay his house was his head was his home. That's where that song came from. So we have to stop trying to mirror what we think was the ideology of love back then, because a lot of times they was going through the same thing we was. The only difference now is women were able to find jobs, make money, and if we want to get a divorce, if we did not spend that time just being a housewife, which there's nothing wrong with that, y'all. I at one point desired to just be a housewife. But if you hello. But if you had that, if you're able to go out and work and do all of that, you don't have to stay in those type of situations anymore. And you're able to thrive after that. So that whole, my grandparents, baby, Earl was out there with Shirley, okay, and Barbara, and Lucille. Okay?
Yeah.
So
that old school tea is a lot hotter than what's going on today, but they didn't have all this access to it. So people were not sticking around and doing it. Wasn't all desirable. It was a lot of trauma. You know, maybe USC was the norm. Like, a lot of things, like, we romanticize it and make it something that it wasn't. Like, when you really look back and you're realistic on what it is, now women are telling what it is. And when you hear it, you're like, you're putting up with what? You've been together for 30 years. You tolerated what? I don't want that. And that's okay.
So funny. Somebody told my friend that she was married for 30 years. And my friend was like, wow. And she was like, girl, don't wow me. That's 30 years of a mess. 30 years of this, like.
I was reading something that a lot of women was talking about when their husbands pass on, how they don't want to remarry. And they're like, you hear it all the time. Been there, done that. No, thank you. I would never do it again. Why? Women aren't just saying that because it was so great. Because a lot of times, everybody isn't struggling. Everybody isn't going through struggle love. But a lot of people are. And the more you open your eyes and realize what people are tolerating, or things that you look back and you think it's old. We were just talking about Waiting to Excel. Yeah, that movie came out, and 95, the book came out in the night, but it ever still applies today. Nothing has really. Now we're just vocal about it, and I think it's okay to say, I don't want that. I deserve more.
I gotta put a pause because we are stepping into a topic that I must save for the next episode, because, it's a topic that I prepared for to discuss with you ladies on the panel, and it's going to get really deep. And a lot of the things that you guys just touched on right now so eloquently we're going to dive deeper, because you can't talk about the present without talking about the past. And there's a lot of dark history when it comes to Black love and the Black family dynamic and Black marriages. And there's a lot of trauma and generational curses and negative patterns that have been passed down generation after generation. And I, like Shayna said, I literally just sent her a clip last week, a clip from Waiting to Exhale. That movie came out in 1995. And there was a pivotal moment in that movie where the ladies were talking about the current state of dating in 1995. And everything the ladies vented about still applies in 2025. If that is not sad, I don't know what is. So I do want to dive deep into that because I have my own stuff that I want to reveal and just share. Like we talked about what we saw grandma go through. Like we said, this has been going on from the beginning of time. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of history and pain there, and things that we have to kind of accept, and we have to kind of address it, right? If we want to see any type of change, we're not going to be able to change the world and change everything, but we could improve ourselves, right? Us on the panel and the audience with the dialogue that we're having. So, this was good.
And it's not just here in America or wherever anyone's watching, because I know people watch all over, but thanks to social media, I've been hearing women in the UK complaining. Yeah, and it's not just Black people say only Black people talk about 50-50. No, that's just what's on the algorithm, because when you switch over and you go to their side, they're having a conversation amongst themselves. Yes, they are. Complaints. They're just complaining amongst each other like we are. It's like it's just what you're seeing. Once you start to step aside, other people, other races, and they're having these conversations too.
No, I gotta Shayna, because I feel like, why are we only having these conversations in the Black community? And one day I was on TikTok, and I don't know how I made it to, I guess, the Indian side of TikTok, but girl, they was having whole conversations about 50-50 gender wars over there, and they, as Americans, we have some freedoms, I'll say, depending on what we see with this election. But over there, things are a lot different for women and men and how they navigate through their relationships. So I was over here like, I thought
I gotta call a pause. I gotta call a pause. I'm no disrespect. I'm gonna be honest, April, I do think that was a very isolated situation. I'm gonna say this from my experience as someone who has a lot of friends that are Indian, Middle Eastern, from that part of the world. I'm not gonna say Hispanics. I'm gonna stick to like Indian, Middle Eastern, Asian. I'm gonna be honest, you guys. They're not having those conversations. And if they are, it's very selective. It's very, I'm not going to say they're not at all, but I'm going to say it is very few and far between. It is in no comparison to how the Black community has that conversation, drills it every single day on social media, drills it in the comment section, the number of podcasts. Now, a lot of y'all don't know, some of y'all do know, I have a huge amount of family members who live in the UK. I'm Caribbean. My grandma's from Jamaica, moved to the UK. I have cousins, aunts, uncles, grandma. I have a lot of family in the UK. So yes, I follow a couple UK-based podcasts, Black women, again, Black community. But I'm not saying no other race, ethnicity, culture has those 50-50 money conversations, but I am telling you from someone who has had friends of other ethnicities since 2007, I'm telling you, they do not have those conversations the way we do. In a lot of those cultures, it's expected for the man to pay majority of the bills. Majority. If the woman does help and pay some, cool. But that whole 50-50, some of the conversations we have in the Black community, I'm sorry. Other cultures are not having it to the to the capacity that we are. And again, I think that's generational. I think that's a lot of stuff from the past. But that is my 2 cents. I have to say that. And that's kind of my problem. We always having those conversations, and it's like, are we not done talking about that? Let's see. Well, we kind of touched on that. Okay. How can we improve? And again, that's a question that is nuanced. I'm going to start with this, because how we can improve. Where did I mean to go? How we can improve is like quite literally why I started this segment on my channel. I want us to improve. And I think the first way we can improve is if both genders have real and honest conversations, real honest intellectual conversations where both parties are willing to listen to each other. I feel like we are in a time where everybody wants to be right. Everybody wants to plead their case. Everybody has to be right. I'm right, you're wrong. Instead of being like, hey, 2 things can be true at the same time. You have a valid point. I have a valid point. Now don't get me wrong. I'm a strong-headed woman and I'm a Virgo. There are certain things that I am stamped on. There are certain things that you're not going to sway me. But for the most part, I'm willing to hear a different perspective. I just think we do a lot of talking at each other versus talking to each other. Hence why there's always a debate. Hence why it always ends up being combative and negative and name calling and just derogatory. I just think if we were able to have more honest conversations, in-depth, intellectual conversations, talking to each other versus talking at each other, I think that would actually be the first step on how we can improve together. What do you ladies think? Amina, what do you think about that as how we can improve?
It's always just having conversation with each other is a way to improve on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Coming together, and I think social media might be a big disturbance too.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
And weighing other people's business, that is not it. Because everybody got people that are not in certain situations, they always want to give advice also. So I think it's between you and the person.
I agree. And since we were talking about kind of gender roles and 50-50, I agree with what Amina said earlier. I think it was Amina or April. I'm sorry, but do what works for you. Like, do what works for you. To me, it's that simple. Do not be so influenced by outsiders. Do what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what that looks like for you, as long as you are happy, that's all that matters. Now, don't be bending over backwards, overly compromising. Don't be miserable. But if y'all both have a happy medium, if you are a woman, like you like to cook for your man 7 days a week, do it. Do it. If you want to pay 50-50, do it.
Yeah. And there's a difference from it's not going to be perfect all the time. And then you just
do it. Do what,
you got it.
Do what works for y'all. Fuck what everybody else think. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, that's what I would say. If I was, that's why I can't be no celebrity. Because listen, when I tell you I was so pissed at Black people a couple years ago when the Black community wanted to roast Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade because they 2 millionaires said they'd go 50-50, or I wanted to cuss every single Black person out that tried to come for them. How you gonna tell 2 millionaires what they can and cannot do for their household? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, fuck, do what works for you. Fuck all that. Anyway, sorry, I had to get my little moment in, child. Shayna, How can we improve? What can we do? What are the first couple steps, honey? Rome wasn't built in a day, but what can we do to start the healing journey and come together as the Black community?
I mean, to piggyback off of Mina, I think, getting good counsel, like this is like, keep everybody out your business, and you should. But everyone comes to a point, there's times where couples get marital counseling. So if you do need to seek counsel or get advice, you need to make sure it's coming from a genuine place. Like you shouldn't just be like, I'm just going to do what works for me. We're going to do what works for us and exclude everybody. Sometimes you need that help. There's ups and downs in relationships. There's like ebbs and flows. So sometimes you may be going through a downtime and you do need to talk to somebody. But who are you speaking to? What kind of advice are they giving? Is it really helpful? Or, is it really going to hinder you? Or do they truly understand what you're going through? And can they give you, advice that makes sense? But I mean, just trying to get that help. And people we just have to want to be on the same page, see the benefit. People don't think there's a benefit to like being married or having a family aspect. If people don't think that there's a benefit, then nothing's going to change. But if we explain what the benefit is and why we should work together instead of backing heads and working against each other, then that's when we'll start to benefit.
True tea. True tea. True tea. So there's a video I want to play. Kind of as motivation. What happened?
April didn't answer.
April didn't go. I'm sorry, baby. I thought you went April, child. Go ahead, boo boo.
No, I agree with everybody saying, and Shayna actually said the do what works for you earlier. But I think how can we improve? Number one, understanding that everybody can't go. What I mean by that is understanding that there's always going to be some type of argument within our community, within anybody's community about something. If that argument we're not going to be saved overnight, and it takes two to tango. So we have to have everybody on the same page. If they're not on the same page, leave them where they at and go find the people that's on the same page as you.
Okay.
And that's just it. Because I feel like this is like, the whole, why do women need to cook? Why do men need to provide? Like you say, it's going in circles at this point. And I just don't, I think that while there are some people who want to see better, there are just as equal or many more that are okay with living in whatever times they want to live in. So that's fine. And then I also think too, we have to change our mindsets, what we intake, what we look at. So like Amina said, social media plays a role in it. I recently unfollowed a lot of blogs because I just didn't want to see the drama anymore because it was affecting my spirit. But just like that, I can unfollow the toxic couples and I can unfollow this. And now I follow pages like Black Love Feed or Black Love and stuff like that because that's what I want to see. I want to see those happy moments and stuff. If you got friends who in toxic relationships, tell them, like, look, I love you, but I ain't going to be a part of that because I don't want that to corrupt me. Like, and just build from there. Like, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated.
Yep. Okay.
And that's about it. So.
Okay. April, come on with the word now. Don't take us to church.
I know you.
Hey, you already know. Now, I was about to play a video and close out, but Demarcus, if y'all know Demarcus be coming through sometimes with some pretty good questions. And I would be remiss if I ignored it. I have to address it. I didn't want to go too long, but I gotta address it. And I thank Demarcus for this amazing question.
Oh, that is a good question.
A great question. And we have two women on the panel with no children, and we got two women on the panel with children. So this is going to be very, very interesting because I have a very strong perspective on this. Demarcus poses the question, do y'all feel that single people could give married people advice on marriage? Should people with no kids give people with kids advice? This is a very Ooh, testy topic that I have seen displayed on many platforms. We're gonna start with the first question about marriage. Do you feel that single people can give married people advice on marriage? Who do I want to ask first? I'm gonna go in reverse. Shayna, I'm gonna go to you first, boo boo. What you think about that first part of the question?
I know you and I had talked about this before, like offline. I think to an extent, anyone can give advice, and it's sometimes you just eat the meat and throw away the bones if it doesn't make sense, and it just does. I think to a certain extent, what kind of single are you? Like, what kind of experience do you have? Life experience you have? Are you divorced? Then you may be able to give me some information or advice on that aspect. If you're single and never been married, you can give me your point of view. There may be some things that you can't relate to, or it just doesn't make sense. Maybe you're seeing something that I'm not seeing. But I don't think only married people should just give married people advice, because what might work in your marriage isn't going to work in mine. So if it makes sense and it applies, I'll take it. If it doesn't, then I won't.
Thank you, Jesus. You said it so eloquently. I share the exact viewpoint. Everything you said, I 100,000% agree. Amina seen it. What's your take on the first part of the question? Can single people give married people any sort of valid, legitimate advice on marriage?
No, absolutely not. Never. No. I have a homegirl, and I told her, I was like, listen, I'm single. I could teach you how to be single, because I wouldn't tolerate that shit. She know what it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, go ask your mother, your father, your sisters that are in terrible marriages and unhappy. I can tell you I'm single. No, it's a legit thing. I am freaking single. My advice is coming from a single woman. Okay. And single women won't tolerate a lot of stuff, because
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
That's how you got married, girl.
Yeah.
You tolerated him.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll ask me, but I tell her, and I always say, I always tell her, but I can teach you how to be single. And that's facts. That's what it is.
I think you have even though I align more with Shayna's response, again, I see what you're saying. I'm going to piggyback off that and give you a different caveat. I think when it comes to this, it's, for me, I'm only speaking for me, it's not so much about single person giving a married person advice. I think it comes down to the individual. When you have a group of friends, once you hit a certain age, you've gone through a certain life experience, you cannot go to every friend for every single thing, right? I have certain friends that I will go to about this. I have certain friends I can go to about that, but there are certain friends I know I can't go to about X, Y, and Z. So I do have a lot of friends. I feel like it is not always as cut and dry as, oh, you single? I'm disregarding anything that you say. Because I'm the person that I am, again, you guys only know what you know about me online, but people who truly know me off camera, I am the therapist in my friend groups. I am the friend that people come to because they know, obviously I have a good heart, but they know that I'm going to be very objective. I'm the person where I can see both sides for the most part, not every single situation, but I'm not a friend where it's like, oh, girl, he pissed me off, and I'm not just going to take up for you because you're my girlfriend. I feel like if you're tripping, I'm that girl to be like, nah, bitch, go work it out with your husband. You being stupid now. I have married girlfriends that have come to me because of me as a person and my character and the wisdom that I have. That doesn't mean they can go to any Tom, Dick, Harry, Susan single friend. They come to me because of my advice and my perspective. Now, of course, they don't come to me about everything, but I've had married girlfriends come to me for certain things. And like I said, it's the individual. So that's just another caveat I wanted to throw in there. April, what is your opinion, my love? Can a single person give a married person advice on marriage?
I'm kind of ditto with Shayna and Amina, which is so
Yeah,
weird.
me too. Yeah, I get both
Because
sides.
I do understand like where Amina is coming from, because it's like who I am today might not have
Mhm.
been the advice that I gave to my friend when I was in a relationship 4 years ago, right? Because
Right.
but I've also never been married. So there's certain things that are willing to accept or do in a marriage that I haven't hit yet. So I don't know. But at the same time, I have enough of some other experiences that if my girlfriends did have a certain situation that they came
Mhm.
to me about, I might not be able to relate on it on a marriage level, but there might be
Right.
some relation there too. So it just all depends. I think everything is like a case by case situation.
Mhm.
I agree. I agree with that as well. I actually see all three of you ladies actually understand all y'all's perspective. And I really think I thank y'all for being honest and candid and honestly giving myself and the audience different perspectives to go off of. Now, part two
Well, I want to
gets a
ask
little
this: what if the person's divorced? Well, I think I touched on it, but because it's strictly like, okay, Amina said if you're single, you can't give advice. But if you've been married, what if you've been married for 20 years and you got divorced?
that's different. That's different. That's
That's
different.
different. But I'm saying like me, I'm never. So my thing
Never
is,
been
all right,
married.
my homegirl, I have a really close friend. She is married. Well, she's about to go through a divorce now. That wasn't because of me. Her sister's married. Her other sister's married. Her mother's married. So I was
Okay.
like, so when she was talking to me, because he's disrespectful as hell to me.
Oh no.
But I'm not married, so I don't know what y'all tolerated or whatever. Like, I'm not sure how they lasted 30 years and stuff. So I'm guessing that they dealt with shit that I'm not privy to or will not be willing to deal with. So that's why I don't want to give her advice. And I'm like, yo, did you go to your sisters who's been married? Did you go to your mama who
There might be a reason why she's
with this
not.
dude for
It
30
could
years?
be.
Because
Yeah, it could
to
be.
me, your ninja's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Right?
maybe she needs to hear the real. I feel like if somebody's coming to me, they know I'm going to tell it
So I
like
said,
that.
if you come to me,
You know, like,
but understand, I am a single woman. Do you understand what I'm saying?
she know you single when she called you.
Like I've seen her man jump on. No, I've seen a female jump on his D in front of me, and I'm like, oh shit. Like
Sometimes
I
it's
never
just
told her.
common sense that I think
And
She just got married.
And
Like,
that's why I'm gonna be
okay.
honest. Whether you're single or married, sometimes girlfriends need a little bit
Nope,
of that.
not if you got married 3 days ago. Not if you got married a few weeks ago in
Oh,
another
well,
country.
Well, it's that.
Oh,
Yeah,
You're fucking
okay.
crazy.
Oh, that's
I'm
a
not
different.
doing it.
That's an isolated situation right
You're
there.
acting crazy. I sat there and minded my goddamn business.
Oh, I want to talk offline about.
No, you can
Um,
She's not gonna listen. I'm just saying, it's not something that I was. I
That's
just,
a
I was just
person
emotional. You know,
doesn't
you know how you think you see something and you just see, oh shit. And I'm like, why does this chick feel comfortable? Because
Oh,
my
that's
homegirl was
crazy.
upstairs being Susie homemaker, and they drinking, and everybody's like participating. I'm like, did y'all forget? Like that? That is my homegirl. Like I don't know y'all
Ooh.
guys like that. That is my homegirl. This chick is on him twerking, and he's like, oh, this is my girl from work or whatever. And I was like, oh, I saw her when the liquor kicked in. That's not your homegirl. You're fucking.
Ooh. That's terrible.
And I couldn't
Hold
say
on.
it.
My blood is. Hold on. Let me breathe.
It is what it is.
I gotta ask a question, ladies. I gotta ask a question. And
I couldn't say anything because they just got married. Like if you spend $30,000 or whatever
Woo!
on a wedding, you don't say anything after that. You just
that's a tough. That's
I made a $1,000 inquiry. I was like, it's above my pay grade.
Okay, let me ask a question because you went there and it's some okay. Woo, let me get my words right. I'm over here stuttering. This is a topic that I've only had with a select few of women. Select few. And I do want to ask the panel because I actually consider all of you guys friends. And I wanna ask this question, and I'm gonna give my answer first, just to set the tone and everyone be honest. And we might have different answers. This is gonna be a spicy topic and question. Are you the type of girl? I want to pose this. Are you the type of woman that, let's say your homegirl knows something bad that your man has done, seen your man with another woman, any extracurricular activities that may be happening behind your back? Now, whether it's gossip in the streets, he say, she say, or if she's seen it with her own eyes, all of ABCD, all of that. Are you the type of woman that you would want your homegirl to let you know or not? And I had to ask a couple friends of that this past year just to have the real conversation, because I need to know what type of, when you come into my circle of close friends, I need to know what kind of person I'm dealing with, because I have seen some things, and I have seen where the amazing, loyal homegirl gets ostracized and mistreated because she came to her homegirl with information, and the girl got back with the man, and the man. I've seen it, and it hurts, and it's heartbreaking, and it's disgusting. So I need to know. Now, for the record, as me, Monique Nicole, if you hear anything about the ninja I'm with, call me. Call me. I want to know. I want to know. That's how I feel. I will never blame a friend for being a good friend to me by telling me information that I need to know. That's how I feel. Now, everybody feel differently, and I respect everyone's different take on it. And this might be a little nuanced. April B, honey, I'm coming to you first, baby girl. What's your take on this? And have you been in this situation before with a friend or family member? It gets spicy sometimes. Hello.
Well, yeah, tell me if you see my man out. And I actually was the girl that somebody came to and told me that they saw my man out.
Me too.
Yeah, tell me. But I do have a little nuance with this, because there's a reason that saying "don't shoot the messenger" is alive. Because people always shoot the messenger. Like, why are you mad at me for telling you that your nigga was cheating? And on top of that too, 9 times out of 10, the female always gets back with the man. So it's like,
say it again,
be a great friend to you.
Say it again.
I don't got time for you to be over here mad at me. So it's a case by case situation with that too. Like, there's some friends that I have that I'm like, I'm gonna tell, because I already know 10 toes down, like, how they gonna be like me. Like, you need to tell me. And then there's some girls that I be kicking it with, and I just be like, you just gonna get back with that nigga anyway, whatever. Like, and because you already know I don't have time, and you won't be blowing up at me, because now you're gonna be in a fight with 2 people, your man and me. So
right,
like, that's just.
April, I respect it, sis. I respect it. Woo. How did I go? Amina. Shayna. Okay. Shayna, what's your take, baby, on this topic? Because it's a spicy one.
Oh no, tell me. And I'm not the kind of person, because I had a friend that I fell out with that I thought was a good friend, and I ended up telling her the situation. I saw her man at the gas station, and she told him, I said, like, she wasn't mad at me, but she exposed me. Like, you don't tell your source.
Don't tell the source.
You don't tell your what?
Like, this is one thing that's
one of my biggest pet peeves.
Now you told the source. Now there's a problem, and we end up falling out anyway. So it's like,
that happened to me.
Yeah, after a while, I stopped telling her. So you got to pick it. It is case by case. It depends on the friend. And after a while, I can't watch you just sit there and be stupid. Like, don't tell me nothing else about that ninja. Like, I don't want to hear anymore. Be dumb on your own. I don't like a dummy. Like, it's one thing if it takes some time, but you keep on, you're a repeat offender. I'm not in a place where I can take my energy and use it on that. Like, if you want to stay quietly though. Don't tell me about it. Because if you tell me, then you know you're going to hear the real. I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing. So don't even tell me anything about them. And if I see something and you don't want to hear it, or you went back and once you expose me, you're done. I'm not telling you nothing else. But I'm going to give you that grace.
I will never.
On me. Don't see something and don't say nothing. I don't care if it's only been a day that we got married. I don't care what the situation is. Tell me.
That happened to me. You're right. That messed me out.
Yep. Shayna, I'm so glad you brought that up, sis, because that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Never reveal the source. Don't you ever motherfucking say, well, Monique told me, because bitch, I'm never gonna probably trust you again, and I'm never gonna tell you shit ever. I don't give a fuck if I see you fucking a bitch raw. I'm never gonna tell you nothing. If you say Monique saw, Monique said, don't do that, because guess what, boo boo? He gonna have a vendetta out on me, and I've seen this shit happen in my real life. I've seen it.
Well, his friends will.
Oh, well, Monique is no longer allowed in this house. What?
Yeah.
Oh, Monique is not coming over no more. No. What? Yeah, you ain't about to do that to me, bitch, because then we not gonna be cool no more, and I'm not gonna fuck with you the same way, and I'm never gonna tell you shit. Don't you ever reveal the source, bitch. Sorry, I got a little triggered. Hey, don't do it. Amina, anything you want to add to that?
No, I learned, like I said, I can read the room. I would want to know. However,
so I'm asking, you want me as your friend, because I consider you a friend, if I'm out and I see your ninja bumping coochies and doing whatever and being shiesty and shady, do you want me to call you and say, because I'm the bitch, if I see it, oh bitch, I'm taking pictures, I'm taking videos, I'm sending you the address. What you want to do? So you still gonna be my friend, or you gonna cut me off if I tell you?
You want me to tell?
Okay.
I won't tell.
No, but you want me to tell you, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. But it's just that I knew what she put out. So the thing is, you gotta understand, I knew what she put out for that wedding. And I knew I was invited to, it was a destination wedding. You telling me a few days after she got back? Like, no.
Damn, that's actually
I'm not participating in that. So the thing is, you knew who you married. However, you want to get into tea?
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
let me get my wine.
You put me on your channel. You can't get real tea on me when you put me on your channel.
Well, we can talk offline.
You started it.
I will delete it, Monique. I'm gonna delete it.
No, don't delete it. Okay, just tell me offline. Don't spill it on here.
Yeah, it's fun to spill it on here because it's juicy. You want me to spill it.
But she doesn't want you to delete the live though.
It's okay, Shayna.
She wants me to have friends.
Hold on. I gotta pause. Time out. I gotta give credit. Shayna, baby, you got some loyal subscribers, baby. Shayna is pulling in a large amount of viewers tonight on this.
Exactly. I ain't pulling in nothing.
I got some. I got a little something, but Shayna got all the motion. So shout out to Shayna for being here again. Shout out to
wait.
What happened? What's going on?
Oh, you got the sound effect?
That was the sound effect. Y'all should hear it in there. I don't hear it, but
I need to get sound effects. I need to get the applaud one. Anyway, thank you. Shout out to Shayna's crew. If you like the vibe, baby, come on over to Momo's World. Like and subscribe. Go over to Amina's World. Check her out. Like, subscribe, spread the love. And and April B, she gonna give us her Instagram and stuff later. So because listen, April is that girl. Okay, she is that girl. She got her own podcast and it is good. Okay, so we're gonna get all the details before we head out, which we are gonna head out in a minute, y'all. Sorry, boo-boo. Whoever I interrupted, go ahead. I'm so sorry. Oh, Amina, you supposed to spill some tea. That's what you supposed to do.
Spill it offline, Amina, so you can keep your friend.
Yeah, child, we ain't gonna do it on here. I ain't trying to mess up no friendships on.
I already lost some viewers after we talked about gender wars. You know how that can be a hot topic.
Oh Lord Jesus, we gonna just. You know what? I think we should just end it. We're ending it on a high note. Everyone is giddy and smiling, and
just play your thing because you had it already.
So what happened?
Play the clip that you was about to play.
Oh yeah. Okay, it was kind of serious. I'm like, oh, I kind of like that we ending. I think I want to end it on a high. I think I want to end it on a high note. We can get serious another day. Yeah, all right, y'all. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. It's 11 o'clock. People got to work tomorrow morning. Let me be considerate of my panel and the audience. You guys, baby, for this to be the first episode back, honey, the success was there. The comment section was jumping. The viewers were jumping. Replay crew, hold on. Let me do my little, because I didn't even hit y'all with this. Y'all know I hit y'all with it throughout the video, baby. Hold up. Intermission. Listen, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell button. That way you will be notified whenever I drop new content, honey. Do not be shy. Hit that like button. That way you can get Momo into the algorithm. Okay, honey, we trying to grow this year, honey. Say it with me. Growth. Thank you. And replay crew, you know what to do. Hit that like button, okay? Hey, yeah. All right, y'all, this was so much fun. This is exactly how I want this shit to go. We're going to have serious talk, intellectual talk. We're going to be vulnerable, and we're going to kiki and cut the fuck up, okay? So, ladies, thank you again for participating. Shayna, thank you for keeping your foot on my motherfucking neck for the last 6 months. Because every other month, Shayna's like, hey, bitch. She to give up on the girl, but you know, Shayna is a real one, and I appreciate you, sis, for holding me accountable and also being patient with me, because you know the real tea why I had to take a little break. Ooh, was going through some things, but thank you for being accountable, you know, holding me accountable, I should say. And thank you, ladies, all of you, Amina and April and Shayna, for joining me tonight. I actually really would like y'all to join me again in the near future. I think I'm going to do this twice a month. We can talk offline about the specifics, and, you know, I'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, I think this is a great panel of women. Again, men, you're going to get some shine. We going to bring you in. But Momo, I just need some tender love from my ladies. So the next episode, again, will be all women. Please hit that like button. I want you to follow everybody. Y'all know Shayna. Shayna, you want to drop your YouTube link, or just, I mean, hell, all your people watching anyway, bitch. So you straight. Amina, what's your
skip over a lot of new people did stop by though that are new to the channel. So thank you.
Okay. So plug yourself real quick. Plug yourself. Go ahead.
Hit the subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for stopping by for the panel. Check out my TV reviews. I do TV reviews mostly, so I might touch on hot topics. And then if you're catching the replay, I'll put the timestamp in of when we actually started the discussion. So thank you.
Yes, hunty. Amina seen it. Go ahead, boo. Plug your channel, boo.
Yeah, no, I still Amina seen it right now. I do power whatever, but I might go live later on tonight, actually.
Tonight?
I'm inspired.
Right.
Oh yeah, because I've been getting hit up by people, and they want me to do a live on Jaded, and it might be a certain person there. Jaded, like jaded, meaning people that are messed up and trying to have, like, I don't know, jaded relationships and stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be a whole mess if I do it tonight. But I do have my, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I see her face. And then I might do the one that everybody's been waiting on that might come tomorrow, but that's just gonna be random and people are gonna watch that afterwards. It's some other. It's gonna be salacious. That's what
I love salacious.
And y'all know I've been.
Send me the link if you want some company, baby. April, be in the building, baby. Plug yourself, baby. Plug it, honey. Plug it.
Oh, well, yeah. So everybody can follow me at it's April B __. That's on all social media platforms. And then y'all should follow my podcast. It's called the Flew Here Grew Here Podcast. That's FHGH Podcast on all social media platforms. It's me and my girls. Shout out to my homegirl Chanel Simone. And the podcast is just basically about us being from New York, moving to Atlanta. We have celebrity guests come on. And then we just talk shit. So if y'all like talking shit, come chill with
That
us.
sounds fun.
It's very, very
excellent.
fun. Don't
But the
listen.
thing is, like, can y'all like can you put in a link or something? Because I'm on here and it's like,
Yeah, because
I
I was like, I found a Mina.
I can't catch all that.
Shayna, like,
Wait, hold on. Can you check the comment section? Is that link there? I put April IG and I put an Instagram link. Can y'all see that in the comment section?
all right. So I'm
I just
I
typed in
can't catch that.
I typed
Everybody
in
check
FHGH podcast on IG and it came right up.
Wait, can y'all just tell me if y'all see my comment in the
I
main
saw
chat?
it. I saw it.
Okay. That's April's IG. If y'all click that, you can follow April, and then the link to her podcast is in her bio. She is also a Fox 5 entertainment contributor. So you guys can see her on TV, hunty. Okay.
I love it.
Yes. And for those that are new, I am Monique Nicole, okay? Entertainment journalist, media personality, and YouTuber. Make sure you follow me. My Instagram, where my Instagram at? Oh, Instagram is scrolling at the bottom. I'm very interactive. I love when you guys follow me. Y'all send me stuff. We DM each other. I'm very interactive with everybody who supports me and shows me love. So if you want to stay connected, if you like the vibe, subscribe and follow me on IG for personal updates on Monique Nicole. Ew. I don't know when I'll be back. Like I said, I want to do it twice a month. It's about to be February. So it depends on the vibe, y'all. Y'all might see us next week or y'all might see us in 2 weeks. But trust me, you will see us again very, very, very soon. Thank you, audience. Thank you, ladies. This was amazing. We got to do this again real soon. And on that note, everyone be blessed, and we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.